hello. Hello. Hello, people. Hello, hello. I'm ready. I'm just trying to click here and there. Okay. Clicking on this, clicking on that. Fine. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the stream of Plane Chef, the game that was never finished. Probably never will be. But it is released. You can actually play it, incredibly enough. If you want, you can play it. Yeah, and we just have a new release. I have a bit of a bittersweet moment with this release because it's good, but there are some very bad bugs in it that are problematic. Obviously, we can fix them, but they will probably require a new client update, which we can do. But I'm trying usually when I release to put everything I can into the client, right? So that the client, that I don't have to do another update, basically. I don't have to do another update of the client, right? So I can work server side, I can work on the database, I can work on the actual data, right? But I would like the client to be as stable as possible so I don't have to go through updates, mostly because it takes time, right? So basically to create an update, I have to rebuild all clients, Windows, Linux, and Mac, and then I have to apply a kind of a diff between them, which is kind of automatic but still takes time. And then I have to publish it on the updater, and people have to re-download it, and so it takes a bit of time actually. And the downloads may also be fairly big depending on the type of change. So yeah. So yeah, unfortunately we have okay, let's analyze the critical bugs that we have. Wait, let me split this into critical and not. Well, actually at the moment there are two critical bugs. One is the auto run that for whatever reason is disabled. I don't understand how that happened. Probably I just forgot to remap the key or something like that, right? So the auto run is not working. And in a game like ours, auto run is like #1 feature, right? That people use because you can just toggle it and then just move with your mouse, and you know, it's much easier instead of keeping. Now there are ways to do it programmatically. I mean, by like programming your mouse, you know, to press Shift W on a key, but usually people don't do it, right? People don't do that usually. So I guess that many people are kind of stuck now without auto run. Right, and that's annoying, mainly in a game where you have a lot to explore, you know, a lot of places to go. I think this will be very easy to fix, but unfortunately, I think it's client side, and so it will require a client update. I mean, it's probably like one missing line, but it will require a client update. Now, the second critical bug... Anyway, hello, Citizen DJ. Hey, how are you? The second critical bug that we have is the mouse movement. For whatever reason, I don't know again what happened, but the movement on the mouse is not following the camera properly. I don't understand... This one I really don't understand it, and also is a part of the code that is not really fun to work with. So, but yeah, we need to fix it. Another bug that was critical was that the nice Unreal Engine decided to change all the names of our meshes in the package game, right? And this is a kind of a lesson that I learned already one time, but I guess it was a long time ago and I forgot about it. So basically what Unreal Engine does is that if you have an object, whatever object in the scene, right? Let's say this one, that here is dropped as a static mesh actor and is called SM Desert Lake 1, right? When Unreal Engine packaged the game, that name is pretty much gone. Or anyway, it is taking the name of the underlying static mesh, which in like 90% of the cases is the same. If you just dropped, like if you take a mesh like this one, right, like this cylinder thingy, you just drop it in, I mean, most likely the actor will be called the same, right? So if you just drop something, it's not a problem. But if you copy something, like I take this plane and I copy it over, right, or I rename it here for sake of clarity, so it doesn't have the same name of the mesh, then things start to be bad, right? Because you will basically have why I'm so low? I'm a bit low. Because you will basically have a different name in the shipping package compared to the one that you have in the debug, in the normal editor package, right? And unfortunately for phishing, I decided to use the name instead of a tag, right? And I don't know why I did it. I think it was a bad decision. So my suggestion is never use the names that you see in the editor for your stuff, right? So if you really want this guy to be recognized by code, you can type tag here and just add an actor tag, right? You add an actor tag and you name it whatever you name it, and that is not going to be changed by the engine while packaging, right? Unfortunately, for our phishing functionality, I have the mesh name right here, pretty much everywhere, right? And all these names are, I mean, some of these names are okay, like for example, Emerald Lake, right? This one was created for, I mean, this one is unique, right? And so this one is correct and actually works in game. But other ones, like the splines that I just copy pasted over and over and over, are not. So in production, they have different names. So it is a bit crazy, right? That you launch the game in development mode, and that object has a name, and then you launch it in shipping, and that object has a different name. I mean, to me, it's completely crazy. But anyway, that is what they do, right? So, which sucks. I mean, it really sucks. I don't understand why they do it. I mean, documentation says because they want to preserve the uniqueness. Okay, but if you want to preserve the uniqueness, just put the level name in front or whatever, right? So, and then you know, ensure that it's unique also in the editor. So, but anyway, the good news is that this bug I already kind of fixed, because they was so game breaking, because basically phishing was not working anywhere, and phishing is our major news, you know, of this release. That I basically went through all the names, right, this morning, and these are the editor names, let's call it, and these are the Unreal Engine internal names, right? And so I remapped them already. I restarted the server and I checked that actually yes, you can fish, right? So let's say that we saved the situation with this change. But there are problems because for whatever reason, even if Unreal Engine says that it's trying to keep the names unique, is not. Because if you are in very different part of the world, or anyway, you don't have the levels loaded at the same time client side, for whatever reason, like these two objects have exactly the same name, right? And these two objects have exactly the same name. So this freaking uniqueness that they hello, Yoko. Key mapping of shortcut is to be renewed after each start. The mapping is displayed, but you have to renew to make it work. Did you retest it with the new release, or are you referring to the previous release? Because in theory, in the new release, that should not happen. If it still happens, it may be an issue that you don't have the access right to write files in that directory, but seems to be strange because it's where you installed it. So I mean, I can try that, but I tried it already and it was working for me. So did you try the new release, Yoko? I can try it again. And when you say key mappings, which key mappings? Ah, of shortcuts? Of shortcuts, so only in the shortcut bar, you mean? Yeah, that actually I did not test. So that could be. That could be. That I did not test actually. If it's the shortcut bar, I didn't test it. You are saying that they go away? Because they are using the old system. They are using the old system. So the shortcut bar is the only one that I did not upgrade because I didn't have the time and willingness to do it. So the shortcut bar is still using the old system. But okay, I can put it on the list if that is real. I assume that that's also very problematic. We can do it, I guess, after these two, because these two are even worse. So shortcut bar, eh? Okay. I don't know why that is happening, but yeah. Okay, okay, I will check that as well. Then we have some other problem. There is another weird one, right? So sitting on a chair, we tested it, and it actually works in development, but in shipping it doesn't. So all the bugs that are happening only in shipping are extremely hard to fix because you know they do not happen in development, and so you don't have a way to see them, right? You see them, you don't have a way to debug them. I mean, you can change the way they are implemented and then cross fingers, package again, and try, but that is kind of annoying. Then there are some minor ones like the desert lake that has no collision. So that is something also that I would like to. I mean, we have to fix. There is one area. That we have in the desert that there's an oasis, and that oasis at the moment is not. You cannot fish it while you are supposed to fish it, to be able to fish there. And the reason is that for whatever reason this freaking plane that we added has no collision. right? Is no collision. So this is the oasis, and it is the plane, right? And is using a mesh that has no collision, not even simple collision, right? So he has zero collision, which is kind of strange, but it's what it is, right? So so it would probably have been better to use the other planes that we already used for water, but this is what I did. So yeah, a bit of a bittersweet moment with this release. I mean, I think I'm happy because we released it, right? It's out, and overall it is working. But having you know, auto run broken and mounts broken is very, very bad, right? It's very, very bad. It's very bad. It's very bad. Okay, so let's work on the auto run, right? And see why the hell. So basically, at the moment, if I go in game and I press R, nothing happens. I think that what happened is that I completely forgot to remap it. That's my take at the moment. I think I completely forgot to remap it. So it's one of the keys that we didn't remap, or something else is happening that I don't know. So if we search for auto run, right? There is an auto run toggle. Okay. Actually, yeah, probably I forgot to map it. Or not. Maybe not. Let me see. Okay, that is the setting, right? That is the setting. Key map auto run. Yep. No, this part is okay. This is when you are setting a value. Yep, it looks like there is not in the code, pretty much. It's not in the code. So yeah, I forgot to do it, because in theory that function should call. No, but wait a second, because in reality that function is. That function is here, right? So it's a bit like jump, right? It's a bit like jump. We do not have jump in the blueprint. We have jump in the only in the code here. Now the question is, why the hell this is not called then? I think the first thing we have to do, we have to check if this is actually happening or not happening, right? Because that I don't know. At the moment I don't know where the problem is. So we will do this. We will debug the client. Because it is all client side, right? Yeah, it is all client side. And we will see if when I press auto run, we are executing that part of the code, which is basically setting auto run on the character. Right? Okay, let's go. Push up fixed. Hello, M96. Hello. Push up fixed will make a lot of people happy. Yeah, I think there was a really bad one, and yeah, map is fixed. Also long legs. Also, the long legs should be fixed. But anyway, I will release an update in few days maximum, right? So I still, well, today is Saturday. The problem is that I don't know if I can do it by tomorrow. I don't know, or it can be the next weekend. But I would say is not too far away in time. Okay, so we don't have to wait another full release, right? It will be a patch, right? It will be a patch on the existing release, and hopefully I can do it in a reasonable time, right? You are playing World of Warcraft? Yeah, I think there are big events in World of Warcraft these days, right? All the new War Within series. How's that going? I mean, I've seen the presentation. I didn't play it, but I've seen the presentation at BlizzCon, and it was really amazing. I mean, how they were thinking big, right? In terms of not just one release, not just one expansion, right? But a series of expansions. So more like a full, a continuous story across multiple expansions. So that is actually pretty cool. Ah, you're playing Hardcore Vanilla? Ah, okay, so you're playing the basic one. I mean, is hardcore meaning the Diablo way of hardcore, so that if you die, you die, or hardcore meaning just that is the base core game? Pum 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 pum. This bug, I never understood what is it, by the way. This outdated, right? This outdated known static mesh detected. So this is basically the engine saying that there is a static mesh that is being changed without a proper update, right? But this I never understood what it means. And actually, visually, it doesn't have any bad, any bad results. So I don't know. What the fuck is this? Okay, so if I press R, shit, nothing happens. Okay. Is my autorun mapped to R at the moment? Yes, it is. If I do input debug, debug input, whatever, debug enhanced input, right? Is R even in this list? Yes, it is. And actually, when I press R, it's getting triggered. You see on the left? You see on the left, the green thing is saying AI autorun triggered, right? So this is actually triggering. This is triggering. But it doesn't go here. Auto run action. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, is the name, I guess. It may be the name. Auto run. Auto run. Because, okay. So let's check the sequence and understand if it's the name that is messing it up. Because actually all our actions are called like sprint action, stance action, you know, move forward action. And this auto run is called just auto run. But in the code, right here is called auto run action. And we are actually mapping this by name. So this may be the problem. Dead equal character gone. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, so it's like Diablo hardcore mode. I never understood exactly why people play hardcore mode. I mean, it seems to be, I don't know, just a bad idea. But maybe you can tell me why you play hardcore mode. I mean, I played hardcore mode Diablo like one time just to see how it was, but it was basically the same game with the disadvantage of dying, right? So it didn't seem to me a good idea. Why you want to make your life harder for the same content? Okay, so what we need to see, we need to see in our, we have under actions, right? Under action mappings, we have an AI auto run, right? That is the name of the thing. And this AI auto run is a mappable action, yeah, which is called auto run. Fuck. Yeah, I think that's the problem. I think that's the only issue. I don't think there is any other issue, it's just the name. Now, the problem is that... yeah, it's definitely a client breaking bug because it is client side, right? So if I change it, I have to release a new... auto run action. Do we want to rename it without action or do we want to rename it with action? Because I also can also do the opposite, right? I can rename the other side to have a... I mean, all our objects here have action except... I think except the cycle camera. What is the cycle camera? I think that would be a good one to understand. Right, so the cycle cam. What? The cycle cam. Or the cam cycle, I don't know. Play menu cycle. Seems it's not even here. Wasn't called cam something? No. No. Strange. But that one works, so... But I just wanted to see if that one we called it action or didn't call it action. It's basically the mouse mode. Maybe it's been renamed the mouse mode in here. Let me see, mouse mode. No, it's not. I think he has another name because that thing has been renamed a few times and now... Yeah, it's called control cam cycle. Cam cycle is called. But it seems it's not. Probably because this one is done in blueprints fully. Yeah, that's probably why. So this one also has no action on it. So what is the simplest change? I think the simplest change is to change it here, actually. So that I change it here, probably. I'm trying to understand what is the simplest change, right? It will break the compatibility with the client anyway, so... It will break the compatibility anyway, so... It's a bit weird that he's still saying that this one is unused, right? Why is saying that only this one is unused while this one is not? Like, why this one is green and this one is gray, right? Because this one jumps into the implementation, right? And also the other one should jump into the implementation. So I don't understand what is the difference, actually. But probably there is a difference. I assume there is. Okay, let's do it this way. So we basically change the code. Oh, fuck, I pressed. Wait. I pressed F7 on a real engine. No. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid. Oh, shit. I was trying to rebuild the engine. But interior is already rebuilt, right? So you should not clean it up. I hope it didn't clean it up. My F7 is not cleaned it up. It's not a rebuild, it's a build, so yeah, seems to be okay, actually. Hello, Hula. I started WoW when it first came out and quit about 15k hours. Hardcore is fresh to me. Okay, challenge. Same with Path of Exile, but a one shot. In Path of Exile, I would never do hardcore mode, really. But also in Diablo, because there are, I mean, you reach a level where basically your character is continuously regenerating, right? And so it's not that you are preventing the damage, right? It's that you are regenerating super quick the damage that they do to you, right? So that it doesn't adds up, right? So like, let's say that you have, I don't know, 5,000 HP, right? And their attack do 1,000 each, right? So do 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. But you regenerate so fast that as soon as this second 1,000 is in, you already regenerated, more than 1,000. The problem is if the server lags, right? Or if there is any problem with your connection, or there is any kind of lag, maybe your regeneration doesn't go through it properly, and you just die, right? And I mean, dying on a server lag is not something that I would do. So I don't know. To me, it's just a bad idea. I mean, it's a fun idea, hardcore mode, but it's a bad idea. In theory, we had in our, that when you die in Plane Shift, you go to the Death Realm, right? It's a realm of the dead, where you have to find your way out. So inside the realm of the dead, in theory, there is, I mean, it's not there, but it should be there. There is an arena of true death, right? That we never developed But there was one of the ideas. So there is an arena that if you fight there and you die there, since you are already inside the death realm, so you're already dead somehow, right? You die for real. And I don't know if I have a picture of that. I mean, I'm sure I have it. The problem is finding it. But I think it was called something like True Death Arena. There is a chance. Yeah, this one. So this one was the concept of the arena. The arena is in the middle. This kind of pool of blood is all around the arena, and you see there are like bridges. No, not bridges, like pipes, right? Pipes with blood flowing down, right? So it's a very Diablo-looking thing. But yeah. In theory, this arena should be there, and if you fight into it and you die, you really die. But we never did it. I don't know if we will ever do it. So, I don't know. Maybe I will. Would you like to have it? I think on an MMO it's devastating, right? So... I mean, on many other games can be fine, but an MMO is just devastating. I mean, I think it's stupid. I mean, I think it's stupid. Also because from the game design perspective, right? What can you give to the player as a reward for fighting in that arena and winning, right? Whatever you give is either, you know, too weak or too strong, because if it's just kind of a normal item, then no one will ever risk his life, I mean his character, you know, for a kind of an okay-ish item. If it's a very powerful item, then you have the opposite problem, that the ones that go and survive, right, have that item that is basically unbalancing the game completely. So I think in terms of game design, I don't know, it's hard to think how to make it interesting. How can you come back in the game after you are dead? You don't, Ula. In that case, the character gets deleted. So the character gets deleted from the database and is gone forever. Okay, seems that auto run doesn't want to work anyway, even after the change. So it seems that the mapping is doing nothing. We are still triggering auto run. We are still triggering it, but it's not doing shit. But at least, are we calling this now? I didn't launch it in debug mode. Let's launch it in debug mode. Because now we should at least come here, right? Hopefully. Otherwise I don't understand what is going on. So in World of Warcraft, if you're playing hardcore, do you get better loot? So how is the I mean, it's just that you die like in Diablo, or do you have a sort of a benefit? And then there is the other problem. If you decide to give items in the arena, through that arena, then you have to be sure that those items are bound to the character, right? Because otherwise you just send a bunch of alts to die in the arena until you get the item, and then you switch it to your main character that never went to the arena, right? So, I don't know, overall I don't see it really happening. After spending so much time training the card, I would not risk my main. Maybe train an alternate, especially for this arena fight, would be a PvP or PvE. I think there would be some, yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you win, you know, everything is nice, but if you die and the character gets deleted, I think it's super hard. I think it's just, yeah, just an easy way out of the game, right? To say, fuck it, I'm not gonna play this anymore. So I don't understand why we should do it. Bro, it's not triggering. It's not triggering shit. Okay, it's not triggering shit. So when I press R, nothing happens. When I press R, nothing happens. Okay, at this point, then I'm thinking that I forgot to add... no, it's impossible because it's showing the debug, right? It's showing, it's showing the enhanced debug, so... It is definitely in the context. This is definitely in the context. So why the hell the function is not called? Doesn't make any sense. Did I paste the name wrong or what? So the bind is not working. I don't understand what is going on. But we will find out. The game is the same as Classic was. Okay, so you don't really go faster because you are hardcore, you get better loot because you are hardcore. Okay. I would have added at least that, right? That maybe in hardcore, since you die and you delete the character, maybe, I don't know, the experience is doubled or something like that. I think with an experience doubled, it may be less, I mean, it may be more interesting, right? Because I say, okay, I die, if I die, I die, and the character is deleted, but at least if I want to have, you know, a level 80, whatever, warrior, paladin, necromancer, and blah, 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 at least I reach it faster, right? I don't know, maybe something like that. Auto run. Did I spell this wrong or what? Auto run. Display name. Auto run. What the fuck? Why this thing is not doing what it should be doing? Huh? That's very strange. AI autorun. Autorun. Is it? Yep. Ah, he has no trigger. Wait. No, but it's the same also for all the others. He has no trigger. Didn't we have the trigger drop or something? Huh? Didn't we have but no, because sit is the same, right? Sit is the same, and actually it works. He has no triggers, no modifiers, right? It's just called sit, and sit actually works, right? So when I press, the only difference probably is that that is in Blueprint. Let me see. We have to understand what is the difference, because at the moment I don't understand the difference. Where is it, by the way? I think it's only blueprint. I think it's only blueprint. Sit. 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 Blueprint implementable event. Blueprint implementable event. Yeah, but still I don't understand the logic of... I'm missing something. There is something that I don't understand. Why they are the same, but they work differently, right? So sit. Sit, 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 sit. Sit. Now the mode I understand. The keyboard input. Ask server to sit. Ask server to sit. Enhanced input action set, but you see here we have it explicitly mapped on the character, right? We have it explicitly mapped on the character, while for the others, so my question is, why the hell? So do we have to do this and then call server side sit or server side something? I mean, I can do that, but I was expecting that to work the same way the other action work, right? Because I don't have, for example, if we take I mean, right movement, camera, no. If we take stance, okay, if we take stance action, for example, right? Stance action is a good example. I don't think I have stance action here, right? I don't. So how can stance action work? Actually, stance action is not even in this list. No, it is. Stance action, right? Stance action. Actually, stance action as a pressed triggers, but fine. I'm losing a bit the thread here, so if people die, they start again, level 2 max, then write again, pretty much repeat. Okay. Majority we just quit after losing 100 hours, yeah. 600,000 account registered already, 50 deleted. Yeah, but hula, I mean, this is because you know is on 20 years of life, so I mean, obviously people grow up, have kids, have families, and they stop playing video games sometimes, so makes sense. So So my question is why some actions do not need the... But all this actually have down or pressed or something, eh? Cam cycle. For example, cam cycle doesn't, but I'm pretty sure the cam cycle, I have it in my blueprint. If I search cam cycle, yes, exactly. So why? So it is the bind that is not working pretty much, is what you're saying, eh? It is the bind that is not working. Because if I put it there in the blueprint, I'm pretty sure it will work, but I'm trying to understand why. And also why this guy is gray and everything else is green, right? There must be a reason, right? So walk action is green, like if he's called by someone. Okay, probably because it's called here and he sees it, or no? No, because it is player controller. Walk action, which is then called possessed action, so it's something else. It's not the walk action on player controller, actually. I don't know, it's a bit weird. I don't know why this is a different color, but probably that's the reason. I mean, just to understand it a second, right? So the way it works is that there is a bind function that happens in player controller, if I remember right. That happens in player controller, yeah. There is this bind actions, right? Bind action is reading the default input mapping context and is binding the actions now to the actual C++ functions, right? And so he's doing this bind. Because it does not exist on the player controller. Because this guy is binding to player controller actions. You think so? Yeah, most likely, because here he's trying to bind. You see that he's saying this? He's trying to bind the action with the C++ function that actually is sitting on player controller, not on character. So, okay, so if this theory is correct, it means that all the others that are mapped need to have in player controller CPP, in player controller H, right, header. I think that's the point. Yeah, I think that, I'm pretty sure that that's the reason. I'm pretty sure that's the reason. Do I have, yeah, I have a walk action, there it is. I have a walk action and I don't have a auto run action here. Okay, so I think we understood it, right? So basically you have two ways to do this. One way is if you just implement it in C++ in blueprints, and if you implement it in blueprints, you just have to call something like this, right? So you create your enhanced input cycle, whatever action, right? And you implement it in the blueprint. You can still call the server side, which is fine, but basically the hook is there. The other way is through the bind action in C++, but that actually binds to the player controller, not to the pawn. And so for that to actually work, you need to have, so if you want our auto run to work, we need to have it here. Now, I'm kind of surprised that then how the hell was it working before, right? If it was not here. That is very, very, very strange. That is very, very, very strange. But I would say that I don't want to spend more time, right? Thinking of why, right? So let's just do it. Let's just do it. So yeah, so this one has nothing else to do than just call I mean, it's pretty much identical to this. Yeah, it is. It is identical to this. I mean, it was not I don't know how it could work before, but fine. Wait. Careful. It's not action, because we decided not to name it action. We decided not to name it action. So it cannot be action, otherwise we'll never be called. Will never be called, right? Yeah, that is a client breaking. So as soon as I compile this, GG compatibility with our server, because the player controller is one of the objects together with the pawn, right? That if you change it, if you change one of the functions that are called by Unreal, you will just invalidate and saying that the serialized object is not good, whatever. Hello, Manasgoa. Hi. We are trying to remove the bugs that we added with the new release. Unfortunately, well, you know, I'm not. I mean, I'm just a human after all. So I do mistakes. I make mistakes. Do you say I make mistakes? Yeah. What is this thing that they sent me? They sent me a picture of a video of a lot of Japanese cute children walking around. Okay, let's see what happens. We also make a lot of mistakes. Okay, yeah, I assume so. But yeah, it's a bit annoying. I'm a bit annoyed that there are those two bugs. If there were other bugs but not those two bugs, I would have been more happy. But those two bugs are annoying. The auto run and the mounts movement are very bad. Very bad. Anyway, we'll fix them. We will fix them. Server is still starting up. Okay, you ready? R. Fuck, didn't work. Okay. Still doing nothing. What the fuck? is going on? This starts to be strange now, though. This starts to be strange. Because now I have it. Doesn't care, huh? He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Okay, so he's not calling this function. So he's not binding to this function. He's not binding to this function. Is it, do you think he's searching the function with this or not? Because I don't know if a toggle is the same as, yeah, but it's exactly the same, because stance and walk are also toggle, right? So you press it once and you crouch, then you press it again and you stand up. And auto run is the same. You press it once, you run, you press it again and you stop. So it's exactly the same idea. So if that doesn't work, it means that the mapping is not happening. The bind action. We can debug a bind action and see, right, what it's doing. Let me try just to see if it goes through this, but it seems that at the moment it's not. Planeship player controller. Actually, we have bind action also on Planeship player controller. Yeah. Because we don't use the ALS controller. That's the reason, right? Yeah, exactly. So the other one is on ALS, but here, you know, for sure this happens. Nothing. So it's not bound, basically. What the fuck? Okay, let's check what is actually trying to bind, okay? We can probably... this thing I think is executed only once, so we can probably put it on a log. Should not be a big deal. I think we can. And we can also learn more about the other actions that are getting bound. So let's try to do a U log here. Right? We will do... I don't know if... well, let's do log temp and GG. Right? So let's try to print out what this guy is trying to bind. So this guy is trying to bind, so bind actions, right? So here we have a unique action triggered union action f name. So for sure this is the function. So in theory this and that are the same, right? Yeah, so we just print out this. I think we just print out this, but I think we will see it. I think we will see this. We will see this getting printed out, I'm pretty sure. What do you mean not enough arguments? What? Because it's not text, is printf whatever. No, it's closed and then the parameter. Sorry. Is here. Is here and then here. Okay. There is an f name which is getting out as a can I get it as a string? Thank you. Now, does this bind action return a boolean or something? It actually returns a binding, so we may also analyze if the binding actually happened or did not happen, right? Because there is returning something that at the moment we are not analyzing, but we could. So it's returning this thing. An enhanced input action event binding. It doesn't have a toString or whatever, but it has trigger event though. So maybe we can get trigger event, maybe trigger event is some no. Trigger event is not that. Is bound to object, should fire. Where is the actual object is bound to? This function name, right? Okay, let's see what happens like this, and then we will see. But yeah, there is something that I'm missing at the moment, and I don't understand what I'm missing, right? But basically, the binding is not happening. So the R key is not connected to the code that is actually doing the auto run. It may be a simple mistake, but let's see. Wow, kind of slow to start. Okay, so as soon as I log in, right, there should be the bind of the actions. So if I take, and they should actually be probably here. Oh wow. Okay. It's too much. I need to search it on the actual log. Okay. The actual log is this one. So bind action. Okay, here it is. Wait a second. He's searching IA autorun. Why? Huh. Huh. He's searching, yeah, he's searching another name. I mean, he's searching IA autorun. He's searching IA autorun. Well, he's searching IA autorun because probably that's the name that we have. Okay. Yeah, it's working a bit differently with this. Okay, it's good that we found it. Yeah, so that's the reason. He's searching a function that is called IA autorun and he cannot find it, right? So do you think I can actually see if this is returning a valid value or not? Because I think it would be nice anyway to print it out, you know, so that also for the future, I mean, right? So that we know if a binding happened or didn't happen, right? So this F enhanced input, blah, 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 this thing, right? I think it would be nice just to print it out and see if it's actually valid or invalid. I don't know if he's returning, I think he's returning a pointer, right? No. It's directly, it's not even a point, it's not a pointer. Is abstract? What do you mean? T unique pointer? No, it's not returning T unique pointer. What do you mean? So this bind action is returning a reference address to this shit, right? No one is ever checking the return. You want to check it like this? Want to check it like that? And then what do you do with this? Nothing? I don't know if at that point, because at that point maybe the binding is always valid, right? But we will check it a second, because I think I want to say what is getting mapped and what is not getting mapped. I think it's anyway a good idea to have it. So let me just check one thing. Yes, because the autorun is my thing. Okay, so I have to bind IA autorun. Looks a bit weird, but we can do it. Yeah, because all these one I'm mapping through blueprints, and it is the only one that I'm actually mapping through C++. Okay, fine. No, I understand. I understand. So it's not the name of the mappable key, is the name of the action asset. Right? Is the name of the exactly. Okay, so if we want to do it correct, we have to do so wherever we have auto run, right? Which is here and here. We have to name this thing IA autorun. I know it looks a bit weird, but that's what it is. Okay, so yeah, the problem was just the name. Problem with just the name. Yeah, but I wouldn't have solved it easily, right? Okay. Because it is the only one that we declare as an IA action, but we don't implement in Blueprint, we implement it in C++. And so that's why there was that mess. But the player mappable input is still autorun. Tudum 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 dum dum. I think one day I want to redo the mounts completely, because I had a lot of trouble with the mounts. A lot of trouble. Yes. Okay, I'm debugging also this line because I want to see if this event binding is actually returning anything meaningful for the ones that are not bound, so that we can say, the ones that are not bound to any C++ function, right? So we are expecting those to be bound in blueprints. Well. With the mounts or with a Unreal Engine? What do you mean? Hello, thank you for the follow, Yoko. I'm surprised you were not following already. But yeah, thank you. One more follower. Okay, let me see what happens here, right? So is binding to what? Main select object, right? Okay, main select object. So this one, for example, also should fail, right? So the result of this should be an invalid mapping. There, but actually it seems to have everything. So we cannot really check it from here. Probably not. Because it just keeps the function name, so it basically doesn't know, right? It doesn't know. So it's creating a delegate, but it's not checking if that function actually exists in the code. Which is kind of annoying though, huh? Because it means that it will try probably to call that function anyway. And if it doesn't find it, it's just throwing an error or something. It's not, you know, the best, but fine. Unless maybe this storage value that is 0 means there is no, because it's called access detector, right? So maybe this guy knows if let's try with another one, right? Another one is, for example, context menu is the same. That is the same. Attack right. Forward movement action, right? This one is actually a proper delegate. So let me see if inside of this we find no. The state is, the storage and the state is always 0. So no, it doesn't know. It basically doesn't know. Okay, fine. It doesn't know. It's fine. It's fine. I wanted to print it out, but it's not valid because it's just creating an object that then is used later on, and is not. It doesn't know if. Okay, fine. Okay, now is the time. Ah, you just created a Twitch account? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, now is the time. Are you ready? Are you ready for the drum roll? I'm pressing R. Ah, now it triggers. Okay, apart from triggering, can you also see the character? Yeah, it's triggering. It's doing what it should do, I guess. Okay. Yeah, it is working. Oh, but it's not stopping though. It's not stopping? Why is it not stopping? It is stopping. Okay, it is stopping. It's stopping. Nice! Okay, it works. Why sometimes it doesn't stop, like now? It works a bit weird, huh? Like, I was in shift. I did shift R and... What the fuck? Why do I have to press it like 20 times? No, there is something not... It's not... It's not working as expected. R. Bro! Stop! What the fuck? No, it's not working. I mean, it's working, but partially. Like, now it worked okay. Now it didn't, right? It's not stopping. Now it stopped. What the fuck? Oh my god, nothing is simple in this life. Why now is just doing it sometimes yes, sometimes no. I don't get it. I mean, this thing is super simple, right? So what it's doing is saying, if this is true, put it to false. If it's false, put it to true. So it's the simplest implementation of the universe, right? So why the hell, right, if I do auto run, right, R, auto run is false, and so it goes to true, yeah. And then if I press R again, auto run is true and should go to false, right? So what the fuck is the problem? I mean, why sometimes it doesn't work? It is what I don't understand. Obviously, now that I'm debugging, is working every time. Obviously. Yeah, now that I'm debugging, is working every time. Obviously. What the fuck? Arrgh! Huh? What do you mean? If I am rotated like this, it doesn't work. There is something strange happening. I don't understand what is happening actually. I had to press it like 4 times before he actually stopped, right? Before this version, autorun was like this: get stuck up if a solid object is in front of you. Get stuck up if a solid object is in front of it. Ah. So it was already like this. So that if I am in open space, then I can stop and go. But if I am in front of an object, it's not stopping. No, now it stopped. I don't know, it's a bit random. What the fuck? I don't understand what it's doing, but it's strange, right? It's strange, it's strange, it's strange. It's strange. Like now I could not stop, and now I stopped. Huh? I had to disable auto run when this happened and turn up to other direction and then start auto run again. But you know, it is so freaking simple because in the tick, right? I mean, unless it's accumulating too much. I think I know what happens. Wait a second. R. No, I don't understand. Like now he's still pushing. He's still pushing. That's ridiculous. Let me try to do this. When we auto run, when we auto run, let's send the forward movement action 0. Let me send the forward movement action 0. So that we are sure that we are telling him to stop, right? Because the problem is that he's not stopping, right? Maybe forcing it to stop, it will help. But I thought that, I mean, I thought that forward movement action, you know, is the problem is that obviously we cannot do it in the tick, right? Because otherwise we will always be still. But we can do it here. To force a switch from 1 to 0. Anyway, I don't think it's a big deal, right? You can just press R a few times, but you know, if you are like on a cliff and you are about to fall down and the R gets stuck, it's kind of annoying. Bum 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 bum. The possess thing makes the player mount another player. Yeah, I think that I think the possess hula is still the correct way, but I don't know if we are really managing the mount properly. Bro, it's the same. It didn't stop. What the fuck? I mean, it is a bit better, I would say. It is a bit better. But why when he has an object in front is doing that? That's so strange. Let's say that now when I touch the object and I press R, is automatically stopping. But it seems that like my forward movement is overridden by something else, right? Like now, I press R and my character just didn't really move. But I think there is no one else setting this freaking auto run, right? It's only me. I mean, it starts at false, yeah, but then because this one is the if value get bool. Wait a second. Why? What? No. That is not correct. So does this mean that he goes through this only if he has a value, or he always has a value? What? I think he always has a value, because otherwise it would not trigger, right? It would not trigger. I mean, we can print out something here. I mean, it's a bit annoying, but we can do it, right? Just to understand. Well, I mean, anyway, now it works. It works like it was working before. Maybe it's not the best, but it kind of works. Maybe also okay. We leave it. We leave it as it is. I don't know. But yeah, yeah. Maybe it's okay. We leave it as it is. But I don't understand why. Okay, let's try like that. So at least we see without debugging, right? We see what it's doing. We see what it's doing if it's auto run on or off. Maybe related to the WASD movement bug? No, I don't think so. Was the inertia planned? In the past when you stop pressing W, you stopped. If you're running, you keep going for about 2 steps after releasing W. I mean... I don't think it should be related, but I see that sometimes I press R and it's not pushing, and that's very, very strange. Like if there is something else that is blocking our movement temporarily, right? Maybe the character is just resetting his velocity, so he's setting the velocity to 0. But still, if in the tick we have forward movement 1, right? Unless forward movement 1 is the wrong, but I don't think it is, because it's the forward movement 1 is the let me see a second though. Forward movement, right? No, I think it's correct. I think it's actually correct. So but I'm thinking that if I cannot improve it, I will anyway leave it as it is. At least it works, right? It's not perfect, but at least it works. Like, okay, so let me see the let me see the log. The log is here. Okay. Yeah, the log is down there, but it's okay. We can see. We can see. So for example, I'm here, right? I press R. Auto run on off. What the fuck? What? Auto run on off? Are we missing an else or what? What do you mean auto run on off? Only on. Huh? On off? What? Can apply as control minus. Oh, okay. What do you mean auto run on off? He executed this twice? He executed this twice? He executed this twice because probably is doing it on the trigger and on the release. No, but we don't want to do it on the trigger on the release, boys. We want to do it only on the trigger. Right? I mean, who the hell... I mean, why we are doing it twice? Why we are calling this twice? Why? Why we are calling this twice? Doesn't make any sense. F input action value. Okay, what is this value? What is this value? So let me just debug a second here, and I want to understand what is that value, right? What is that value? Value is x1 0 0 x1 0 0 again. Yeah, but if I debug like this, we have seen that it always works, right? We have seen that it always works. Input action value, right? Float axis f vector. Bool value. Yeah, it's putting in the x, exactly. It's putting it in the x. It's putting it in the x, yeah, in the x of that vector. So it's basically using vector anyway, right? But it's putting in the x of the x coordinate the Boolean value, right? So I don't get how it's possible that we got on off. So I pressed the key once and we got on off. Let me try to hold it. Are you serious? If I hold it, it's doing on off, on off, on off, on off, on off, on off. If I press it once, it's doing on off. So yeah, it will never work, basically. It will never work. If we do on off, it will never work. You only have to do on. And now we did on off on. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So basically this function gets called twice. Do you think it's the bind action that is because the bind action I remember that we said triggered, right? Bind action. So we bind, yeah, exactly. We bind on triggered, right? We don't want to bind on triggered for the other actions. Fuckerinos. No, 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 no. Yeah, that is the problem. 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 And actually the problem is the same for all. Oh yo 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 yo. I mean, this triggered is good for the movements. And probably also for the jump. But definitely is not good for anything that you press once, right? But wait, but then the stance. Because this would be the same, right? This would be the same. This triggered twice. I'm pretty sure this triggers twice. Probably the difference is that since you are already in transition, is waiting the completion of the transition of the animation. So it doesn't allow you to like do anything else while transitioning. There is probably a lock that you put in place, right? So that, but this is getting called twice if you use triggered. I mean, that's for sure. That's for sure, because triggered is called when you press and when you release. Yeah. So if you look at these bind actions, right? If you look at these bind actions, should we split it? Maybe if we split it is a better idea. Because at this point also interact. No, but interact we do it in blueprints, and we do, because in blueprint we do started. Wait, because I think we are close to the solution. We are close to the solution. It's just that I need to understand if it's yeah, because triggered is definitely not the good one. Trigger is not a good one. For all of them. I think probably all the actions. I mean, we also have another way that we catch it on the blueprint and then we call server side, right? So that's a way. So we could catch it on the blueprint and then just call and then just call and then just call this, so that yeah, that's another solution. That's another solution. But you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that doing all this mapping that at the end we are not really using. I mean, yeah, that we are not really having in C++ is a bit of an overkill. Because here, but yeah, but at least we understood the problem. Because here in PS character, right? For example, for the cycle cam, you see, I don't use triggered. I use completed. I use completed, right? And or started, because started is when you press, and completed is when you release. So you want one or the other, while triggered is triggering in both cases. So triggered is a very bad idea. Actually, I think that triggered is a bad idea also for the stance, right? So how do we determine if we want to have a trigger or a completed? Can we look at the information that we have inside? Because we could do an if. We could do an if, right? We could say if. Because like stance. For example, right? Stance or sprint. Sprint is this. Well, no, sprint is different. Sprint is different because sprint you keep it down, right? But stance, yeah, stance. Stance. Stance as pressed. Stance as pressed. Digital bull. Triggers pressed. If any trigger qualifier exists, the action will not trigger unless at least one explicit trigger in this list has been met. This is how it works already. This is how it works already. Easy fix. Easy fix. So it means that if I just add a trigger there, it will work, huh? Easy, 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 easy. Easy, 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 easy. Released, for example, pressed is the same. Okay, this is good. Huh? So now, now it will trigger only once. Okay, yeah, there was lack of knowledge on this thing. Now, do we have others that have the same problem? For example, well, interact for sure. Ooh, yeah, but we do completed, right? So we never use trigger on these guys. So in reality, no. In reality, on interact, yeah. So only the one that we are linking with. So basically, I think it's only auto run because all the others we use in. Yeah. Okay, I think now it will work properly. At least it will execute only once. That's pretty much the thing. What did I change in character? Did I change anything in character? I don't think so. What did I change? Clear children? No, clear children we did it here. But in character, I don't think I changed anything. Okay, so now we will trigger once, I think. Now, it may still not solve the problem of having a wall in front of you, but because I think that when there is a wall in front of you, ALS is probably trying to see if there is a mantle possible. I mean, if it's possible to mantle or something. Yeah, but we were missing a piece. Okay. Okay, so now if you look at the log here, down here, right? No, not that, because we don't have it in debug. If you look at the window here, yeah. So when I press R, now it should only say on. Exactly. And off. Okay, much better. Okay, so now it works as expected. Now, when you are close to a wall, you said that it is doing things. No, it's not. At least at the moment, to me, it seems to be working perfectly. The problem was the trigger. No, at the moment it's very good. Okay, it's fixed. This thing is fixed. Whee! Okay, that was the problem. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. That is fixed. So we can remove the printout, I guess, because they were just. I mean, in addition, we also have this, which may not be needed at this point, but is always good anyway. So we stop the forward movement. So okay, good. Okay. This is nice. So in our list of problems, at least the first one is solved. It will require a new client update, but that's what it is. That's what it is. Auto run with the left hand is so hard. Fixed. Now mounts movement. Oh my god, mounts movement. Mounts movement, okay. So the mounts at the moment are working in a weird way. Like they are not summing up the camera. They are not summing up the camera to the direction. Right? So basically this means that they are not summing up the camera to the direction. Exactly. So this means that if we go in tick, if we go in tick, is a less a character? No, that I understand, but it's forward movement action. Yeah, but this is not different if you are on a mount or if you are not on a mount, right? It's still taking the camera direction, yeah. Exactly. I mean, it was working before, right? So it's definitely something that we are missing on the... So if I move this way, you see, he's always taking the camera direction as the forward direction, right? He's taking the camera direction as the forward direction, right? And I think that this is done by this default camera relative movement behavior, right? Is done by this. So what I'm thinking is, why when you are on a mount, right, we are not going through this? Because I think we are going through this. Unless the movement state is not valid. But if the movement state would not be valid, you would not even do this, right? And so default camera. Aiming rotation Joe. So you are saying that aiming rotation is not correct, huh? When you are on top of the mount. I see. I don't know why, but I think I understand that is possible. I don't understand why yet, but I understand that this may point to the wrong camera. He's probably pointing to the camera of the creature. Yeah. It's pointing to the camera of the creature. So the camera of the creature, I think, is this thing that we see here. Yeah, that's the camera of the creature. So if I do this, which is 90 degrees, right? 90 degrees, and I press forward, I think I should go this way. But instead we will go this way. Well, not even. Yeah, you see? Yeah. Is going in the direction of the camera of the creature, not in the direction of the camera of my character, right? So this means that Joe, aiming rotation Joe is not updated properly when you are on a mount, right? So this thing is not updated when you are on a mount. And now the question is why it was working before and why it's not working now. Because this is what is updating, right? Where are we here? We are in ALS base character CPP. ALS base character CPP. Because it was working before, right? And the question is, why the hell now? I mean, I changed the plugin version, so that's the reason. But did I touch that? ALS based character CPP. ALS based character CPP. Now, here there is a lot of different stuff, but let's search the tick. Tick. Fuck. Here it is. Here it is. Set required value for rotation with controller angle. Yeah, there is a piece that I didn't port. And they probably said, what the hell is this, right? If you watch the video when I did the porting, I'm pretty sure that I said, what the fuck is this, right? Why? Let's try to leave it out and see if it works anyway. Right? I think it's that 100%. What happened here? Why everything it became gray? Oi oi oi. Oi 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 oi. Oi 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 oi. Because I miss a parenthesis, huh? I miss a parenthesis? Yes, I miss a parenthesis. Set required value for rotation of angle needed for mounts to follow the camera, the player camera. I think it's this one 100%. I can say 99, but I want to say 100 at this point. Fuck, it was such a simple change and I have to resend the client. Fuck. Arrgh. Okay. Arrgh. Okay. I'm not mad. No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. No. No. Let's see if it works. But I'm pretty sure. Let's see if it works. One line. One freaking line. I knew it. It was one line. Knew it, bro. One line. One line to rule them all. Yeah, at least we found it fast. Yeah, at least I mean, let's see. I don't want to claim victory. I don't want to claim victory before we see it working. I don't want to claim victory before we see it working. Guest, yes. Please work. Please work. Please. Mamma mia, please. Please, work, please, work. Drum roll. And drum roll. Mount. 90 degrees, 90 degrees. Ah, very, very good. Very, very good. Another direction. Ah, very, very good. Mouse mode. Mouse mode. Mouse mode, auto run. Mouse mode, auto run. Nice. Nice, mouse mode, auto run. Yes, it's fixed. Now, mouse mode, auto run, jump. Ah, mouse mode, auto run, jump. Look at that. Look at this beautiful game that does all these impossible controls, huh? Mouse mode. Do you know mouse mode? So you basically press C, and you go mouse mode, right? You press C. Then you press R for auto run, and then you just move your mouse. You don't do anything else, right? You just move your mouse. You don't have to press any key. Ah, look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. I need food. Yeah, I need food as well, my friend. Okay, so I think it's good. I think it's good. We fixed it. I'm very happy. Very happy that we fixed it. I mean, if I would do it before release, would have been a bit better. But anyway, mouse movement done. Easy. With my freaking left hand. Fuck, I cannot do... With left hand mouse is so hard. Look at that. I cannot do a freaking... Try to use the mouse with your left hand and then tell me. Okay, that is good enough. I mean, it's a bit distant, but fine. Yeah, I'm using my left hand because unfortunately while I was skiing, I hurt my right arm. And I actually broke it. I broke my right arm. Cheers! Cheers, Manasgoa! It's done! Mouse movement is fixed! Yay! The static floating player... The static floating player is not good. Yeah, I mean, it's moving up and down a bit weird, but that's fine. I cannot fix it at the moment. It's like moving different from how the mount is moving, I know. But that's another problem. I don't want to fix it. Then the next one is this. Now, I think for this one we may decide to switch the new system also for the shortcut bar, because the shortcut bar at the moment is using the old system. But anyway, let me test it first. So let's say that I have my shortcut bar, which is here, and I say hello. Right, I say hello when I press number 6. Okay, but you see that I added 7. I added 7 on, right? Where was the 7? Wait, this is 7 key binding. You say key binding 7 psychic blow. So this is after save, no? So if I press 7, what happens? Nothing. Okay, I understand what you mean. If I press 6, it says hello. Okay, now I quit. I launch it again. And I press 6, right? And it should say hello, but probably it will not. Okay. That's interesting. Why? Another puzzle. Another puzzle to solve. Let me see, huh? Let me see. Let me see. No, it's the other guy. Ah, but it's the same. The shortcut should be the same, right? Between different No, the shortcuts are different. No. I have to log in with the same guy. Yeah, I have to log in with the same guy. Or not. Yeah, I don't have a low here. I still have speaking blow though. No, I have to log in with the same guy because the shortcuts are I added the shortcut by character some time ago. So they are different. You can copy them between characters, just copying the file. I don't know if you know it, but you can. I'm happy that I fixed the mounts. I'm very happy about that. I have to redo all the release, but it's okay. I can redo it. Okay, we go with this guy. And now I press 6, right? Okay, and it's not working. I see. Okay, I see. Yeah, it's broken. It's broken. So it keeps the thing here, but it's actually not. It keeps it here. So you see 6, but it's actually not. Right? If I just do this, if I just save it again. No, it's not enough. It's not enough. Okay, so this means that the shortcuts but is it telling you that it's set actually or not? Yes, it is telling you that it's a set. So it's actually reading it. I mean, reading it for sure, but it's not setting it. Why? Okay. We can check that. We can check that. We can check that. Is it a bug that was always there, or is it a bug that is new? I mean, it's just last release, or is it there since ever? No, it's there before, because I remember the bug report, right? The bug report was older. The bug report was shortcut not working at all. Oh shit. Let me search on close, because I think I closed it. Shortcut macro missing letter, shortcut macro editor. Is new. It worked in the last release. Then this changes everything. It worked in the last release, huh? Then this changes everything. Okay. If it worked in the last release, then maybe something that I just disconnected. Wait, okay, so the file is macro is macros sav, right? That's the name of the file. What is macro or is macros? One of the two, probably with the S. Probably with the S. No. No. Anyway, get macro. Now we need to find where is that code, because there is a lot that we do. Settings, set quick bar assignment. Okay, this seems to be a good one. Set quick bar assignments. Break macro, quick bar, quick bar assignment. It is just printing stuff. Why? This is doing nothing. Ah, no, this is just printing on the, okay. This is just printing on the setting window, which are the things. Okay. Okay. But wait. Update selector. Fishing mini game. Did I disconnect something here? Interface. Mouse. Because it's a bit strange that we have the fishing mini game here. Maybe I substituted. That's a possibility, huh? Because in theory my idea was to remove the shortcut in the old system and just use the new, but then I didn't. I mean, here there is a lot going on, so will not be very easy to find, but in theory all the shortcuts are here. Add mapping context, move and combat plus window. And then we do update selectors, right? We do update selectors, and update selectors is the one that is yeah, but this is just setting the selected key on the window so that you see it, right? That you see it, but this is not actually loading. Wait a second, Wait a second. I need to understand. So under saved, right? Saved, save games. Macros. Okay, macros. Macros is the name. And then he appends the character. Okay, so if I search macros. Get macro file save name. Get macro. Load macro for shortcut window. Okay. Load macro for shortcut window. Load macro. Load macro using the shortcut window. Blah 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 is creating the name based on the character. Load from game slot, blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Set quick bar assignments. Set quick bar assignment. I don't think I changed this. I mean, I didn't change this. I mean, if you are sure that it was working last release, then set quick bar assignment. But I think so, because more people would have told me, right, if the shortcut were not working in the past. So set quick bar assignments. Okay. Break structure, temp quick bar, blah 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 blah. Yeah, this is the same one we yeah, this is just setting in the setting window. Yeah, this is just in the setting window. But it's not doing anything with these things. It's not doing anything. I mean, unless this happens when the window... I don't understand how it's possible it was working last release, but okay. Because... It is saving the macro. It is saving the macro. Get macro. So here we are inside the shortcut window. No, but the point is that, wait a second, let me think about it. Okay, let me think about it a second, because I think I'm looking in the wrong place. I'm looking in the wrong place. So in the project setting, right, under input, we still have all the old system quick bar, right? Quick bar 0, quick bar 1, quick bar 2, right? So we have all of this. And this by default is not assigned to anything, right? So these are all placeholders. Then what happens is that, so if I search, for example, quick bar 0, okay, okay, quick bar 0. So this is when you press the key. Execute a command based on the key assigned to the quick bar button. Exactly. So here is just reading what is the ID of the quick bar button, and then is doing what? And then what is this mess? Ah, this is for casting spells. This is for casting spells. But let's forget a second casting spell. So it basically goes here. Quick bar execute command, right? Quick bar execute command. Get control, you can place your controller to do prevent player from finishing multiple times the same command if command didn't finish yet. Good idea. So now he's reading Win shortcuts macro. He's reading Win shortcut macro. And he's searching, okay, if there is a cast command, if there is no cast command, he's executing the macro. Which kind of makes sense, huh? So this seems to be correct. So why Why is not working? Well, key bindings actually. No, because key binding is not connected, because at this point we go in with the number. So win shortcut macro. So or win shortcut macro is not loaded. Or in theory, set up execute macro. What is this doing? Total lines, current line, macro executing. Okay. And then what? I lost my... What? I lost where we were. No. No. Because we were somewhere else? Ah, we were here. We were in PS character. And then we do execute macro, right? Execute macro. Win shortcut, execute macro. Macro ID, current macro. Yes. And then we do execute macro. And then we do this. I don't think I changed anything here in very long time. So the only question is why the hell now is not working anymore, right? So the only thing that could be is that we need to use the macro variable on the W container because this window does not exist yet when we load the save game. We need to use the macro on the container. The macro on the container, I see. So you are saying that the macro on the container is not correct. The container. On the container. Macro set macro. Macro set macro. Save game. Failed macro. Macro. Set macro. He's reading it from the save game, so it doesn't make any sense that he's not finding it. I don't understand what is going on. Okay, I think I have now mapped pretty much everything, right? So I think I understand how it works. So this is loading it the first time. So or the first time that he loads it is empty for whatever reason. But I don't think so, because here in the shortcut window, right, is populating the macro, so we will not even see the macro. If this is empty, it will create blank. So this for sure is valid, right? This for sure is valid. And this, there is also a debug that we can search, but I think we probably have it. But it will not be in this one, it will be in this one. Debug populate macro. Macro keep, psychic blow, text is true, key binding is valid. Key binding is valid 7. Where is hello? Hello, key binding is valid 6. So the okay, so this debug is good because we can see that, right? We can see that. Key binding is valid. Let me just add maybe a small. So it means that he's reading the key binding properly. Now, when I press... So is the problem then when I press the key? Hey, I think so, because there is no other possibility. Then when I press the key... We are here, right? When we press the key, we are here. Do we have any debug on the pressing of the key? No, unfortunately not. But we enter here with a key button. We enter here with a key button. Okay, let's add a debug here because I don't understand what is going on. I don't understand what is going on. Let's add a simple print. And this print will say quick bar execute command, and then we add this ID. Okay. So I want to understand if we arrive here. Probably we don't even arrive here. Probably we do not even arrive here. I don't understand why it's not working. But we will find out, don't worry, we will find out. We will find out 100%, so there's no chance it's gonna fail us. It's impossible. It's impossible. We will find it and we will fix it. Okay. Okay, so now if I press 6, we should see the debug, or maybe not, right? Oh wow, we don't see it. Okay, so we don't even arrive there. We don't even arrive there. Yep, we don't. I'm pressing 6 and 7, whatever. Okay, so we don't even arrive. We don't even arrive here. We don't even arrive here. Okay, let me see why. It's kind of strange we don't arrive there, but fine. Okay, this means that we don't arrive here. Really? No, it's impossible. How we cannot execute this? No, it's impossible. Hmm? He doesn't get assigned. Okay, wait. I have okay. So he's not coming here. He's not coming here because quick bar action blah 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 does not have any key assigned. Hello, Fannar. Good day. With a loss. How do we let me think about it. Let me think about it. So where do we assign? So we must assign somewhere, right? We must assign somewhere this quick bar 0 to this input action, right? There is no other possibility. I have to do it somewhere. If I don't do it somewhere, it will never work. Because at the beginning, they are none. At the beginning, they are none, right? So if I don't assign it, it will never work, right? And we know that it works when I assign it manually. Because if I assign... Okay, so let's search when we assign it manually. When we assign it manually... when we assign it manually... I'm clicking on this, right? I'm clicking on this. So when I'm clicking on this, on key select input binding changed, is this the same as this or no? No, it's not the same. Okay, but that is okay. Check if it's already assigned. Input settings, right? Input settings. Get action name. Get axis name. Oh my god, this thing is complex. Get action mapping by name. Get action mapping by name. Huh? That is just for checking duplicates. Okay, we don't care about checking duplicates. Checking duplicate axis. We don't care about this because we don't have it anymore. But anyway, fine. Found. So the fact that we don't have this anymore, is this maybe breaking it because we never go here? No. We found a duplicate, restore previous key bindings. No, we didn't find a duplicate. Okay, assign the key, right? So that is the thing that is assigning the key. Found existing key. Quick bar. Actually, here there is a printout, right? There is a printout. Is this found existing key? Found existing key. Which, by the way, here is never present. Okay. Well, it's never present because I didn't reassign a key, right? But if I go here and I reassign a key, like this one, I assign it to 7 again. Then here in the log, hopefully, we will see, yeah, found existing key 1. Okay. 1, I don't know why it's saying 1, but removing action mapping quick at 0, set array quick bug 0. Okay, it's basically resetting it. So, but the reset works, right? But I'm just trying to understand what is the code for the reset, and is this actually called yeah, remove action mapping, add action mapping. So our code is this: add action mapping. Right? So we should have another, or we pass through the same thing here, but I don't think so. Do you think that we pass through this at the beginning when we set the key? I don't think so. But basically what we are searching is this assign, this add action mapping, right? So that is the one that is actually doing the work. So there is one here, and there is one here. Add action mapping. But this one we saw that we did it. This one we saw that is actually getting executed. This one is getting executed 100%, boys. We saw it. Look. Hopefully going. Pam 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 pam. So okay. So the only possibility, I mean, this is getting executed. So the only possibility is that the new stuff is overriding the old stuff somehow. That is why. No. Seriously? Clear bindings? Yeah, but clear bindings is doing it only on enhanced input component, no? Do you think it's clearing also the previous one? But I'm not sure though, because this one happens, I think this one happens after. No, sorry, this one happens before. This setup input component, let me see, because here where we do the shit, we are at line 1807, right? 1807. Yeah, exactly. Setup input component is happening at 976. And then is happening again at 1306. Yeah, but anyway, it's happening before, right? It's happening before. It's happening before because we saw that we said that this is 1/8, so this is later, right? So if this happens after, right, how it is possible that is invalidated by someone? That is very, very strange. That is very, very strange. Is the key mapping proper? Well, the key mapping, right, comes from where? Key binding. Yes, it's coming from here. It's coming from the display name, right, of the input core that then goes into this. So I mean, this works for sure, right? This works for sure. I mean, 100%. So do you mean that something else is happening after this, and is breaking it? I don't know, because I don't see. Something else is overriding our keys. Wait a second. Here we do something, huh? Here we are after. And we do default key, current key. Wait a second. What are we doing here? Here we are after. Maybe I'm cleaning something, you know? Get key map by, get key access by. Maybe I'm cleaning. Maybe I'm cleaning the previous ones. I don't know. Get key map by name. Okay, we do this and we do this. We do this and we do this. Do we clear anything? No, we don't clear anything. Get key map by name. Get selected key. Now, here we are just setting, you know. Wait. Remove action map. Wait a second. What is this? What? We don't want any of the mappings saved by Unreal as we read from our macro save file. Okay. Remove action mapping. Oi, 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 oi. Why we do this? We don't want any of the mappings saved by Unreal. We don't want any of the mappings saved by Unreal. Hey bro, but this is executed after. So probably I moved... so probably what happens is that I moved the execution of this function and this fucked it up. Probably this function was executed earlier before. But still, I don't understand why we have to do this, right? Because what this is doing is deleting all the mappings that we have in memory at the moment, right? So did I move this update selector? That's a good question. But I think that probably the answer is yes. Probably the answer is yes. And that is why probably is not working. Update selector. Update selector. Can I compare the version of character BP with the one before? Wait, because it is possible. It is possible. Yeah, but that may be the reason, because we remove the mappings. So if we remove the mappings, so this should be when before the 5th of December. Yeah. Okay. And that shit is where it is inside the main event graph. This is the main event graph for PS character. It is the main event graph. Where do I get it though? The main event graph is where? Event graph is here. Event graph. It is the main event graph. So update selectors. And now we need to find it, which is not that easy, but wait, this is inside the first block for character. So begin play my character, right? Begin play my character. Yeah, but I remember doing changes there actually. Begin play. Where the hell is begin play? It's not here, bro. Huh? What? On level loaded, oh my god, this graph, boys, is insane. No, I cannot find it. I cannot find it. Where is he? Wait, boom, boom, begin play. It cannot be that different. It's not the same graph. It's not the same graph. I don't believe it. It is? I mean, these are the beginning as check random animation, and then he has begin play here, right? That is what this graph has. While for whatever reason, this guy at the top, wait, there is another top. Ah, okay. Now I found it. There was another top, yes. So... No. This was here already. This was here already. No, this was here already. This was here already. Holy shit. This was here already. Yeah, so but I think okay, so let's try to remove that. Okay, let's try to remove that one sec. I don't understand exactly why we have that, but we have it, right? I don't understand exactly why we have this remove all mappings because we don't want the Unreal Engine ones. I mean, that's a bit of a weird thing. But this thing, right? So let's remove it one second because this is just removing mappings, right? It's not doing anything else than removing mappings. So we will break this link a second, right? And we will save and try to run the client, right? And see what happens. So if now it works, the problem is, what are we breaking, right? Because this piece of code is there since ever. Maybe the sequence was different? I don't think so. Because definitely this is happening after we have set up all the keys. And this is deleting them, right? So for sure that's the point, right? That's the point that is doing the damage. But then why it was working before? Why we added, why? And why I wanted to have that piece of code there for whatever reason. Why we don't want why we don't want those mappings? Why? If I set them all to none and so basically they do nothing, right? So if I press 6, yeah, like this it works, right? Like this it works. But the reason, but now the question is why we add that code. Probably because I didn't want to see none into the option window. No, we don't see none. I don't know. We just removed the gear from our engine and it works better. This gear was not very useful. Let's just remove it. My machine is working better than before. I don't know why. We don't want any of the mappings saved by Unreal as we read them from our macro file. Bro, I understand, but if you delete them and you before as read from your macro file, you are deleting also those ones. What's the point of this? What's the point of this? We don't want any of the mapping saved. Because this thing is called also when we save. I This thing is called... Nah. No. This thing is called... No, this thing is called on begin play. There is no way. This thing is called only once on begin play. No. Okay, I don't know. I mean, we just removed it and it works. So I would say we go without this piece. But if you ask me why, I mean, why it was there, I don't know. The only thing I can say is this, is why we add this, right? Why? Why we add this? I don't know. You will tell me, right? I will release the client and then you will tell me, oh, but now when you use the shortcuts, they get all fucked up because there are other defaults. I don't know. To me, it is fixed, guys. I can press 6, I can press 7. Boom. You don't know a spell called Psychic Blow? Fuck yeah. In theory it's fixed. In theory it's fixed. I don't know why we add that, but it is fixed. We may test it a bit, right? We should test it a bit and see. My problem is testing, because testing things myself takes forever, you know? If I do 7, the key is already assigned to quick bar 0. Okay, it's actually telling you, huh? You know what is the problem now? I think that it doesn't know that it's assigned to an advanced input. Like if I assign this to R, yeah, exactly. It will allow me to assign it, even if R is the auto move, right? And so now what happens? When I press R, it will do both, or what? Yeah, when I press R, it will do both. So it will do the auto move and this, right? So this check for key bindings basically works only inside the shortcut window. It doesn't check that is already assigned outside of the shortcut window, but maybe it's fine. What do you think? Okay, so in theory this is fixed, guys. In theory it's fixed. Now the problem is that I want to go to dinner. Well, we can cook dinner while we do some new things. Wait, give me a second. I'm just cooking the dinner. And we can do stuff while it's cooking, okay? Eating dinner? No, it's not eating dinner. It's like preparing dinner. It's like preparing. Preparing dinner. 2 minutes, but even less than 2 minutes, like 1 minute. I don't know. 1 minute. I think the fact that it was working in the previous version, ouch, is a bit weird because in theory cannot, but I don't know, maybe I don't know what happened, but now it is working. Let me ask to the general audience. Where key bindings on the shortcut bar working in the previous version? I mean, if it's yes, I really don't understand. I really do not understand. Okay, but anyway, they are working now. So we fixed quite some stuff, huh? It's pretty good, huh? We fixed the auto run, we fixed the mount movement, and we fixed the shortcut bar. Wow, that is fantastic. Now. Now there is this one, right? Fix sit on chair. So the problem of this one is that it works in development, right? So if I go here and I sit, it actually works. It's only in production that doesn't work, and I don't understand why. But look, he's sitting perfectly here. So why in developer works and in production doesn't? In shipping doesn't? That's incredible, huh? Hello, dotted fish. No more helicopter flying. Which helicopter flying? You are sure they were working? Hey, if you are sure they were working, then I don't understand why. I mean, it's very strange. It's very, very strange. I mean, it's really... Because that code was actually deleting the stuff, right? And that code didn't change. But anyway, if it works now, it's fine. Now if I press 6, it says hello and it works, right? I didn't do anything. I just deleted the deletion. I deleted the removal. And it works now. Now, I don't know. I don't know why, but anyway. So you see the sitting work. Maybe it's not perfect, right? But it works. And by the way, when you are sit, you can do this. Did you know? You can actually move your head left and right if you want. I don't know if it's mirrored to other people, but I think it is. You can say no, 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 no. You cannot say yes, unfortunately. You can look around. New bug this version. Somehow the character starts rotating and lifts off. Ah, okay. This one, yeah, this one. A few people mentioned it in the chat, right? Also, that one I would like to fix. The character starts rotating and lifts off. That's the ragdoll. 100% is the ragdoll. 100% is the ragdoll. The ragdoll is a function that basically allows the character to drop dead to the ground using physics. But I have disabled physics on the character, so he's trying to do it, but without physics, it does that stupid crazy fly on the top. But in theory, it should never happen, right? I don't understand why it happens. Are you pressing X? I think I have disabled X. I think I have disabled. I think I have disabled ragdoll. Because ragdoll was actually a movement. I mean an action, right? Ragdoll was an action originally implemented in ALS that I completely removed in the past. But maybe I did not remove it. You see, this ragdoll action. Well, I wasn't dead, it was triggered for me, it was jumping down a slope terrain. Okay. Slope terrain, huh? Okay. 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 Wait, I'm just creating some shortcuts so I don't go crazy. Slide me up 10. On slope terrain. Well, we have a bunch of slope terrain. Can like on a mountain, yeah. Everything works fine and then there is a new release, huh? Yeah, this is what happens. It is what happens, that everything seems okay and then everything goes to shit. Maybe it is not enough. But anyway, I think I just would like to see it, but I think it's the ragdoll. I just would like to see it, but I think I know what is it. And I can disable it completely so it doesn't even try to do it. I cannot find a good mountain here for whatever reason. I mean, that mountain in front of us there would be nice. That one! Uh-oh, maybe I exaggerated a bit. Okay, this is a good slope. That is a good slope, I guess. I don't know. It's not easy to replicate, but it's fine. It's fine. I mean, in theory, should I mean, I don't understand how it's triggered because, but I think I know what is it. So I can just disable it. I think I didn't disable it here in the code because I thought it would never happen, right? Because we don't even have. I mean, this ragdoll action. This ragdoll action, right, is referenced only in this thing that we don't use. So my point was, you know, if it's not used, but the code is there, right? The code is there because like update ragdoll value, right? If movement state is ragdoll, right? All this shit. And I think that in the old code, I removed that. I mean, the previous version, I removed that. Like this ragdoll update. I mean, if we go and check the reason is that I tried to do as little changes as possible to see if I could simplify the updates, right? So this is why I did that. But if I search ragdoll, if I search ragdoll here, well, actually this was here, but I'm pretty sure that I did, wait, yeah, you see, this ragdoll start, temporarily disabled. So this ragdoll start, right, I completely cut it off in the old system. While in the new, I left it in. So is it possible that this is getting executed? I have no idea how it may be executed, but so who may trigger ragdoll start, right? But maybe something is, or maybe something else. I don't know. Maybe something else. I will have to see it to tell you. But if you are I mean, if you can make a video, they will just make it 100% sure for me. But basically what happens is that you are spinning on yourself, right? Very, very, very fast with your legs and arms open like an X. And you just go high. You just go up forever. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a ragdoll. No, but it's not a ragdoll because it's not an, I mean, it is the ragdoll code applied without the ragdoll physics. So this is what it does. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's that anyway. I'm pretty sure. There's nothing else in our code that can jump, that can throw you in the air, you know? So... So I will do, yeah, the only question is who's calling this ragdoll start, right? Because someone must be calling it, right? It's not that the function can call itself, right? Multicast ragdoll start implementation. Replicated ragdoll start. If the character is currently rolling, enable ragdoll. What is this shit? On movement state change. On movement state change. Wait. So maybe it's getting you know, activated somehow. On movement state change. Yeah, that actually I didn't cut off in the old code, but I cut off completely the ragdoll start, so... It wanted to do the roll, huh? But then it went to helicopter stance. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't happen to me here, but it's fine. I can just... I will just remove the code. We are not using the ragdoll anyway, and... It would be nice to actually add physics, blah blah blah, but... There is too much to do in this game, right? So, and I think a ragdoll is not really the priority number one. So let me do two things. So the first thing is that we just don't want this to happen, right? So I will just say, plane shift removed or something like that. Plane shift removed, right? But then I think I will do even more. Oh wait, I didn't set the timer. No, wait a second. My dinner. Okay, it's still okay. It's still okay. We can do this. 5 minutes. Yeah, because I have to add the other ingredients after some minutes. But I didn't set the timer, so GG. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Can still do it. Okay, so I will remove this, and then I think I will anyway remove the just in case, you know, something happens and he's calling that code, right? I will anyway comment this out anyway. Oh fuck, there is this shit in the middle. Because in the new compiler you cannot do any more return, right? Because he's complaining and he's telling you, no, you cannot do it. You cannot have a return with stuff after it. So we will remove all of this, GG. And we will also remove the ragdoll stop, because there is a ragdoll start, but there is also a ragdoll stop. That is anyway trying to do some other crazy stuff, and we can just remove it because we don't use it anyway. We don't use this, right? So I don't even want to see it. I don't want to have code that potentially does damages, right? That we don't need, right? Okay, is there any other ragdoll stupid stuff happening? Not ragdoll. There is this clear held object super ragdoll. No, but this one we are not using. This ls character we are not using. We are using only this. Did I just remove this? No, it was in another place, huh? It was in another place. Okay, I will remove it from here as well. Base character, okay. Okay, so in theory it should not do damages anymore. Ragdoll action. Well, the action we really don't call it, so I'm not expecting that to be... Okay, so I'm not 100% sure because obviously I have to be tested. But I think that... I think that this should be good now. I think this should be good now. Okay, so we can put it in the list just in case. We can call it accidental helicopter. Accidental. Yeah. Helicopter animation. So people will understand what is it, I guess. But in reality is but in reality is accidental ragdoll initiation. So let's say that this one is done. Now the sit on chair is really puzzling because it actually works properly. It works properly here, as I've shown you, right? It does work. But if you go production, right? If you go shipping, it doesn't work. So the question is why the hell, right? Why the hell something works? Now the only explanation, right? The only explanation is that in production everything executes way faster, right? So here in debug everything is low, and so maybe the animation is executed so fast that the character cannot actually complete the rotation, because I don't even know how do I do the rotation. So I have to look back at, because the character does few things. So he rotates on itself, and then he plays the sit animation, right? But if something is preventing him from rotating, or if the rotation doesn't really happen properly, then you will sit the opposite way. You get turned twice. I think you, yeah, well, I don't know. You get turned twice. You get turned twice. So like if there is a correction, because if you get turned twice, it means that the server is correcting back your rotation to the first one, right? So like you are rotating client side, but server side is saying no. He's saying no, you should be rotated the other way. And so he rotates you back, and then when you rotate back, he's trying to sit and he's sitting wrong, right? So who is he? Someone was here. I saw you. Velora. Okay. So if, apart from the fact that it's very laggy at the moment, the server is very laggy, but I don't know why. But okay, apart from that, right? If I try to sit, yeah, it kind of looks like that. I mean, it kind of looks that he's... it kind of looks like he's rotating. And then the server is correcting the position back to the original one, right? And then you play the animation. So like he's not acknowledging the rotation. I am a big cran trying to sit on a little stool. Well, it's the same. I am also a big cran trying to sit. The only trick, okay, so if you want to do a trick, the only trick is to do it like this way, but still you are gonna sit at least in the right direction, but not in the right place. And then if you own the chair, I don't know if you own the chair, but I own the chair. Then I can move the chair below my ass. And now I sit correctly. Well, it's not that easy. And now I sit correctly, but I would say that it's better if we fix the bug, because this is not very easy. It's not a very user-friendly feature. Right? It's not very good. Okay. Yeah, anyway, I have to go dinner, but I will work on it. I think that I have an idea of what is happening. I think what is happening is that you rotate, but the server doesn't really acknowledge that you rotated somehow, and so it's basically pushing you back to the original position, and then it's playing the sit animation. I think this is what is happening. So we have to review the way we do the rotation, and or allow more time, right? We could allow more time. Maybe at the moment we are allowing, I don't know, half a second. We allow like a second. And then we do the, and maybe then it will work. I mean, it was working in the past. I mean, it worked for years, but anyway, whatever. Unreal Engine updates and other stuff just made it impossible. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to dinner, so I'm going to say bye-bye. I think it was a good session anyway. We fixed a lot of bugs. And I will see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. We do more bug fixing, and then we think when we should release the update for the client. Maybe since we have to release it anyway, it's better if I add some more stuff, right? It at least is worth it. So we will decide. We will decide. Okay. See you, boys, tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.